The natural wonders of our world have sparked the traveler's imagination for ages with their beauty. In fire, in ice. This beauty can be found in all climates across the earth, in the little-known corners of our world. These wonders have called to travelers past and travelers present to cross the globe. Grand Prismatic Spring, Yellowstone National Park, America. Among hot springs in our world, this one is the third largest. At just over 120 feet deep, this natural wonder gets its remarkable color from the bacteria that flourish in the hot water. Some of the smallest organisms on our planet turned into painters of the earth. They create rings of orange and red, yellow, green, and blue, and surround the spring with this unreal, unearthly beauty. A giant canvas. And it's part of one of the largest volcano systems in the world, the Yellowstone supervolcano. Plitvice Lakes National Park, Croatia. A paradise of blue-green water, white waterfalls, and lush forests, this wander-worthy place is popular and astounding. Among Croatia's largest parks, it's also one of the country's oldest. The lakes here sparkle as if they consider themselves the largest emeralds in the world. This is the kind of natural wonder that restores a person with a sense of wholeness. Angel Falls, Bolivar State, Venezuela. At nearly 1,000 meters in height, over 3,200 feet, this waterfall is impressively the tallest of its kind on our planet. A towering cliff. But even that can't stop the shape of water. Mists rise, droplets fall. Some of that water takes to the sky. Some of it nourishes the nearby earth. A stream from the sky that flows between worlds. Rainbow Mountain, the Andes, Cusco region, Peru. This place has a much older name, Vinicunca. It's a recently uncovered natural wonder. Until 2012, this place was covered in ice. Now, the mineral deposits that color this grand landscape have been opened up like some great gift from the earth. At 17,000 feet, it challenges travelers to adapt to these conditions of a high altitude while rewarding them with this stunning view. Underwater waterfall, Lamorne Peninsula, Mauritius. The Indian Ocean features an astounding visual marvel. Different mixtures of sand and different colors of silt slip off a land shelf into deeper waters. Underwater waterfall is a name that endures, but more precisely, this is a sandfall. The scientific term is sediment cascade. Some call it an illusion, but if you know exactly what you're looking at, this wonder is still as wonderful. Mount Everest, the Himalayan mountain range, Nepal, Tibet, and China. Local people call this mountain Sagarmatha, which means forehead of the sky. At 8,850 meters, just over 29,000 feet, Mount Everest is this planet's tallest mountain. Its rugged beauty has withstood 60 million years. This mountain, this wonder of our world, conjures awe and splendor. The Amazon rainforest, Brazil, Peru, and 7 more countries in South America. Amazonia is another of its names, and it's brimming with life. Over 300 different ethnic groups call this natural wonder home. It's the biggest tropical rainforest on the planet, and where you can find 10% of all Earth's species. This rainforest has a partner, a wonder within a wonder, the Amazon River, which, by virtue of how much water it puts out, is the largest river on Earth. We have so many reasons to be proud of our planet. Sete Cidades, São Miguel Island, Portugal. The Azores, a volcanic island chain of Portugal. This is where you'll find the small town of Sete Cidades. It resides in a huge volcanic crater, along with majestic natural wonders. Crater lakes glimmer under the island sun and ocean mist. The largest blue lake, Lagoa Azul, the smaller green lake, Lagoa Verde, and the even smaller surrounding lakes are astounding in their own right. Sahara Desert, North Africa. Over 9 million square kilometers, 3.5 million square miles. The Sahara covers more ground than any other dry, hot desert on Earth. This desert reaches its blazing hands over 10 different countries. The wind-tossed sands billow up into great dunes that tower over valleys some 500 feet below. But even here, the life on our Earth finds a way. Banff National Park, Alberta, Canada. The pristine Canadian Rockies, lakes and rivers of turquoise and emerald. This is Canada's first national park. And oh, what a park it is. I've been here many times. This place is astonishing no matter how many times I see it. The bright blue waters get their azure color from glacier water. More specifically, from the fine rock dust that glaciers have ground up over millions of years. Travelers here are bound to see sights that are unbelievably beautiful. Bonneville Salt Flats, Utah, America. Like some sort of giant desert ice rink, these flats cover about 30,000 acres. The lake that once covered this place evaporated, leaving the thick layers of salt. It's been featured in movies, been the setting for vehicle land speed records, and distance archery records. The white earth against blue, gray, and even orange skies paints an astounding picture. It's also a great place to visit at sunrise or sunset. Islet of Vila Franco do Campo, São Miguel Island, Portugal. The Azores offer another astounding natural wonder in the form of this remarkable islet, the top of an old volcano. Travelers and locals come to this uninhabited islet to swim in this sheltered cove. And divers come to explore the surroundings, which include underwater caves. It's a profound lesson on the scale of change that can happen on our planet. Dallol, the Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. This place, covered in hot springs of acidic water and surrounded by the Ethiopian desert, is the hottest place on our cool blue planet. Sulfur and chlorine gases stifle the air, and the hot months see average temperatures of over 46 degrees Celsius, or around 114 degrees Fahrenheit. Some call Dallol the gateway to hell, but something far more magical is actually happening. Here, the Earth is being reborn. The plates of 3 continents are being pulled apart, and mighty forces are at work, making new land. It seems that even the places that resemble hell have their purpose. Lake Baikal, Siberia, Russia. This is, by volume, the largest freshwater lake on Earth, and it has a second distinction. It's also the world's deepest lake. Lake Baikal is some 1,640 meters deep, 5,380 feet, and people travel here to take in the vastness and the ice of this natural wonder. It's home to unique forms of life, including the Baikal seal. These freshwater seals are among the smallest we have on Earth. Bardenas Reales Desert, southeast Navarre, Spain. These badlands carve out their place in sandstone and clay and cover over 100,000 acres. This place has an otherworldly appearance. Its ruggedness tells the story of the meeting of natural forces here on Earth. Rock rises, pushed into the world by the Earth itself, and wind and water hammer it into shape. Fjarðaglufur, Iceland. 100 meters deep, running 2 kilometers, this canyon was born out of the last ice age. Through this awesome canyon runs the river Fjaðra. Its ancient and unspoiled beauty calls up all that is wonderful about the natural world around us. This place calls the traveler, the visitor, back in time. Victoria Falls, the Zambezi River, Zambia and Zimbabwe. Near the middle point of the Zambezi River rumbles the massive Victoria Falls. What you're looking at right here is the largest sheet of water that falls on land. And, in keeping with Mother Nature, the mists of these falls nurture the surrounding green. It's an impressive display and a humbling testament to the march of time. Great Barrier Reef, the Coral Sea, Queensland, Australia. This is the largest reef on planet Earth. It's home to a vast and diverse range of aquatic plants and animals. A world under the waves that thrives with life, with color, and with beauty. The Great Barrier Reef is a living natural wonder, and a sensitive one that requires great care. The Grand Canyon, Arizona, America. An epic expression of geological forces, this natural wonder calls travelers from every corner of our planet. Caught in the layers of stone is the story of Earth. Indigenous peoples have had historical and cultural connections to this place going back thousands of years. It's a sight that can make a person feel humble and proud at the very same time. Oh, what a sight it is. Kursunlu Waterfalls, Antalya, Turkey. In a pine forest on the turquoise coast of South Turkey tumble the Kursunlu Waterfalls. They're a popular draw for local folks who come to this nature park regularly. Coming here allows people to reconnect with the marvels of the natural world, away from the city. There's something in the sound of falling water that has always tempered the human mind. The Giant's Causeway, County Antrim, Northern Ireland. This legendary place has, at its origin, a volcanic eruption that left behind great basalt columns, hexagons. The name comes from the story of the Irish hero Finn McCool. The story goes that Finn McCool built the causeway to reach Scotland to fight another giant. It's easy to see why this place contains the stuff of legend. It speaks to the grandness and to the diversity of our magical world. This place is part of the Causeway Coast, which is known for its astounding scenery, and it's inspired artists and musicians and writers throughout history. Meek Crater Lake, Konya Province, Turkey. This caldera is found in the volcanic area known as Karapinar. There's a lot of salt in the surrounding lake, which colors the water in pink and white and pale blue. Meek Crater Lake is a natural wonder among so many of Turkey's historic ones. It resembles the work of a grand sculptor who has used earth and grass and stone. Lençóis Maranhenses National Park, Maranhão, Brazil. This white, sandy otherworld covers over 1,500 kilometers. That's almost 600 miles. For 6 months, beginning in January, water fills the valleys between dunes. It's a landscape unlike any other on Earth, and its beauty is astonishing. Something about this place calls to the adventurer in me. Railay Beach, Krabi, Thailand. This small peninsula in Thailand, protected by towering limestone rocks and ridges, draws travelers in by boat. it's easy to see why they come to this place, why visitors from all over come here. In all the best senses of the words, it's a natural wonder. Water and stone have worked with each other in a tireless partnership to make this oasis. In all the universe, the nature of our world continually makes me feel lucky. Goblin Valley State Park, Utah, America. The name comes from the hood-shaped rock figures that dot this unreal landscape. The intriguing colors that line the stone are made by the iron oxide found here, rust. The chemistry of earth and air, the sandstone worn by water, the hoodoo, the goblin. How curious is our earth, how wonderful. Antarctica. With almost all the land here covered in ice, this place is a desert of cold. Vast fields of white extend to the mountains. A great blank page of white on which is written the word survive. And, as is the way on our planet, life has the ever-surprising way to not only survive, but to become miraculous. Such is the wonder of our world. The cold may seem harsh to some, but it's also been a form of protection for the animals that call this place their home. The marvels of this landscape echo stories of a perpetual winter. And I'm reminded that even in the most rugged cold, this world has its majesty. Remarkable and inspiring natural wonders that border the unbelievable. The Meeting of Waters, Amazonas, Brazil. This natural wonder is where two rivers meet before they eventually become one, the lower Amazon. The dark and warmer water is the water of the Rio Negro. The sand-colored, cooler waters are the Rio Solimões. How astounding is Mother Nature! The good people of Brazil have so many reasons to be proud of their country. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, Hunan Province, China. Towers of sandstone reach 200 meters into the sky. That's over 650 feet. This is one of the most popular destinations for travelers in the country. Millions of years ago, this place was a sea. 20 million years ago, the land rose, exposing the sea floor. And the 20 million year process of erosion began, sculpting these towers and forming this stunning Chinese treasure. Lagoon of Seven Colors, Quintana Roo, Mexico. This wonder-worthy natural wonder stretches out to the Caribbean Sea. It's famous for its 7 colors, created by the varying depths of the water and the shade of the sand and silt at the lagoon bottom. Nature is on glorious display here, and this lagoon and the nearby town of Bacalar brings travelers from all around. If you visit here, you also get to enjoy the kindness and charm of the Mexican people. Hvítserkur, Vatnsnes Peninsula, Iceland. Just off the shore stands a giant basalt rock, like a great stone troll guarding the place with his club. Seabirds frequently make a home here, tucked in the rocky crags. When the tide goes out, a wary traveler can walk right up to it. When the tide comes in, it stands alone. This time-worn behemoth in black is a natural wonder unlike any other. Ha Long Bay, the Gulf of Tonkin, Vietnam. This bay is known to travelers from around the globe for its pillars and its karsts, chiseled by water out of limestone. Ancient sailors sailed this bay, part of the Silk Road of the sea, carrying wares and treasures throughout Southeast Asia. I imagine these calm waters were a welcome sight after time spent on harsher seas. Modern-day visitors come here to relax and take in the tranquil waters of emerald green. The vegetation growing happily on the rocks speaks to the resilience of life on our planet. A remarkable planet where marvels and wonders abound. The Matterhorn, the Alps, bordering Switzerland and Italy. The pyramid-like shape of this peak makes it instantly recognizable, famous even. Travelers come to see it. Adventurers come to take on the challenging climb and return. It always seemed to me to be taken from the pages of a storybook. There's a good chance that this mountain marvel inspired a story or two. And it continues to inspire to this day. Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, and New York, America. The Niagara Falls consist of 3 different waterfalls. The biggest and most famous are these: the Horseshoe Falls, which sit mostly on the Canadian side of the border. They're a magical sight in any season. And riding the boat, the Maid of the Mist, to see these falls up close is a joyful and exuberant experience. It's a monumental natural wonder that can be heard and appreciated just as much as it is appreciated when it's seen. The entire Niagara region, with its vineyards, its towns, and the stunning Niagara Escarpment of Ontario, are truly a dream holiday. Kawah Ijen Crater Lake, Java, Indonesia. High up in the mountains of Java, in the east, is a volcano system called Ijen. This is where you'll find the crater lake Kawah Ijen. The locals brave these harsh elements to mine sulfur here by hand. Sulfuric gases hover above one of the most acidic lakes on our planet. Travelers who are daring enough to visit this natural wonder get to meet people who've endured. Hutt Lagoon, Western Australia. Sometimes nature can defy our expectations. This is one of those times. Hutt Lagoon gets its remarkable hue due to high salt levels and the presence of a special algae that produces carotenoids. The color of this water changes throughout the year. It isn't always pink. And salt and carotenoids are now farmed here, so human activity has an effect on the water as well. Travel here at the right time, and maybe you'll catch this remarkable pink hue. The Cliffs of Moher, County Clare, Ireland. Nature, spectacular, dramatic, striking. The observation tower, O'Brien's Tower, built in 1835, stands as a sentinel and a witness to the grandeur of this place. These cliffs stretch out for 14 kilometers, nearly 9 miles, and the views they offer are unparalleled. These Cliffs of Moher, a truly majestic natural wonder. The Atlantic Ocean has never had a greater host. Algonquin Provincial Park, Ontario, Canada. This pristine park, with more than 1,500 lakes and some 1,200 kilometers, nearly 750 miles of streams, is larger than the state of Delaware. This place is an ecological treasure that nature lovers of all ages can enjoy. These lush woodlands are part of the Canadian Shield. That's a part of the continental crust that sits surfaced and on powerful display. This park is a wondrous place teeming with life and beauty. If nature has a song, this place sings it. Mount Fitzroy, southern Patagonian icefield, Argentina and Chile. In the astounding Andes of this place called Patagonia stands Mount Fitzroy. Those adventurous enough to come here take in the rugged magnificence of this place. This imposing and alluring mountain is just over 3,400 meters, or 11,170 feet high. It's jagged, uneven, broken in places, yet glorious in its imperfection. Tamil Waterfall, San Luis Potosi, Mexico. This is the Galinas River, astonishing in its own right. At the point of which the Galinas pours itself into the Santa Maria, nature gives us the Tamil Waterfall. The dense green of the surrounding tropical forest serves as a contrast which highlights the moment one river joins another. This waterfall is among the tallest in all of Mexico. Mount Ararat, Agri Province, Turkey. This, Turkey's tallest mountain, is one of the most famous places on the planet. This mountain, in the Bible, is where Noah's Ark came to rest on land after the biblical flood. Did Noah once stand here? Did he and his family walk these roads? Did his animals graze on these hills? With such a history, what was once a field on a hill becomes something so much more. Lake Pukaki, the South Island, New Zealand. In the distance is Aoraki, the country's tallest mountain. The rock flour ground up and melted off of glaciers here give these waters their spectacular color. This grand interplay between ground stone and melting ice and gathered waters. It's a mesmerizing display, this dance between forces of the earth. It's a traveler's dream to find a place like this. Plaine des Sables, Réunion Island. Out in the Indian Ocean, it's a trip best suited to adventurous spirits. This is the Plain of Sands, a volcanic field on the Piton de la Fournaise, one of the Earth's most lively volcanoes. Volcanic activity and volcanic ash have molded a primal landscape. It's one of the fiercest of nature's wonders, and it's a reminder of our beginnings. Perito Moreno Glacier, Santa Cruz Province, Patagonia, Argentina. This magnificent glacier, this stunning, slow-moving ice river, is part of the southern Patagonian ice field, our world's third biggest frozen supply of fresh water. Oh, the majesty of ice, water that's been given shape by, of all things, the cold. It's an earthbound lesson in how we perceive the passage of time. It's Mother Earth making sure we have enough water to drink. Nepali, Kauai, Hawaii, America. Towering ridges of green and red stand sentinel over the Pacific. Deep valleys keep lush treasures of nature's green and of early settlements of the first Hawaiian peoples. The waters here are abundant with marine life, whales and turtles, seals and dolphins. What would it have been like to be among the first of the ancient people, the Kanaki Maoli, braving the Pacific in double-hulled canoes to reach these wondrous shores they would make into their home? Milford Sound, Piopiotahi, South Island, New Zealand. Despite the name, these waters are a fjord, not a sound, and they reach the Tasman Sea. And surrounding these waters, bursting forth in waves of green, is a rainforest. Waterfalls tumble and cascade from cliffs that face the dark but lively waters. This place, this natural wonder, this treasure of New Zealand, stirs the imagination. Fairy Tale Canyon, Kyrgyzstan. Iron, manganese, gypsum, sandstone are a few of the sources that give this natural wonder its delightful colors. The blue of Issyk-Kul Lake keeps a steady contrast. And this canyon draws hikers to traverse its many trails, to take a walk in this wonderful world. This place is as formidable as it is colorful. Sundarbans Mangrove Forest, India and Bangladesh. This is the biggest continuous mangrove forest on Earth. Even though these forests are regularly washed over by tides, the forest flourishes. Animals are protected within 3 different sanctuaries within these wet woods. So many leaves and colors, so much life. Paricutin, Michoacan, Mexico. This volcano is one of the youngest of all the natural wonders in our documentary. In 1943, a farmer noticed a crack in the ground in the middle of his field of corn. 9 years of volcanic activity later, and Paricutin was born. The vast power of nature carves astounding beauty in our world. And time can make things more beautiful. Maria Island, Society Islands, French Polynesia. This tropical island paradise is known as Tahiti's sister. Mountains of captivating green and clean turquoise waters that sing with life adorn this wonder. White sand beaches frame a lush green canopy. It's as if nature has used this place to underline the words, "Life is all around us." Seljalandsfoss Waterfall, Iceland. Along the famous Ring Road, and in this stunning landscape, is the Seljalandsfoss Waterfall. There's a path you can take that leads underneath it, allowing travelers to stand behind the descending waters. The white waters glimmer like a great white lighthouse, a beacon, a natural wonder that shines as all the natural wonders we've explored shine in their own fantastic uniqueness. Join us on another journey as we explore the lost cities of our world. And thank you for taking this trip with us.